Hello everyone again, and welcome to the first tutorial on Visual Studio C Sharp. And as I said in the last, well, I didn't say it. I told you guys to leave in the comments what you want to see. So there weren't much comments, but the ones I read, which were like 2 or 3, were about making a calculator. And that's where we are going to start with something really basic. So to start off, just click here on new project and a window should pop up right in the middle of the screen. Yes. And here you will see installed templates, and you have Visual Basic, C Sharp, C++, F Sharp, I think it's F Sharp. Anyway, just expand the C Sharp one and choose Windows, and now here you will see a bunch of things. Just click on the Windows Forms application. That's where we are going to work. Now just change the name. I'm going to change mine to Calculator, and I'm going to change the location of it to, let's see where I have that. It's WorldIntel tutorials, no, C Sharp. So that's the folder, and now just click OK, and this should change a little bit. Well, my computer is running a little bit slow. I don't know what's going on. So this is like your workstation, your workshop, I was going to say workbench, your workspace. And this is the Solution Explorer. This is where you can create other forms in this project, which is the Solution Calculator. And probably yours is like divided in the half here, and on top it's the Solution Explorer, and bottom it's the properties. But I have mine like this, just because I always use the properties. I don't even know how to say that. Well, let's start by resizing this window, because I think this is a little bit too small. Let's make it a little bit bigger, like this. Well, I'm feeling comfortable to work with this. Now, just click it, hit properties, and you have a bunch of properties here. Let's change the form border style to fixed 3D. So what this does is this. If you run the program, you won't be able to resize the window. So the window has only that size, and you can't change it. You can just drag the corners and make it smaller or bigger. It's that size and that size only. The next thing is here, the text. And what the text does is it changes like the title of the window. So if I write here calculator and hit here, as you can see, the name is calculator now, and if I run it, you will see that the name of the window is calculator. Now let's go down a little bit here into other properties, and let's see the start position right here. Change it to center screen, and what that does is makes, once you run the program, the window it's on the center of the screen. Now the size, it's very self-explanatory. Let's make it like this. I don't know, just writing some numbers in there. I like mine like this. You can copy. It's 475 by 350. And now here, the control box, it's useful, I guess. It just takes the close, maximize and minimize button. You can leave it on. The help button, it's the little, I don't know how to call it, exclamation mark. The icon, very self-explanatory, just an icon. You can download icons from the internet. And that's pretty much what I usually change in the properties. Of course you can change the name of this, but since we are not going to add other forms, we can leave it like that. And now let's work a little bit with the toolbox. The toolbox usually you don't use more than the common controls. You can use others, there are others like containers, like panels and such, but I usually, and in small projects, you will only use common controls. And let's add two text boxes. Grab them and place them right there. So one text box, two text box. And let's grab a label, I'm sorry. Let's just place them there. And now let's change the name of the label by going into the properties of the label and finding text. And let's change it to number 1. And put 2 dots like this. And copy that and paste and change the number 1 to number 2. Yeah, why not? Number 2. And just make this a little bit bigger, like that. And now copy those two things and here in number 2 we change it to total. And yeah, pretty much this is not like a calculator with a lot of buttons, because I want to be as simple as I can. So what this has is you insert number 1, you insert the number 2, you hit here a button that we will create next, and we'll have the total. But we can grab the total, like we can just simply write in this text box, and I don't want that. So to change that, we click the text box and we go here where it says, where there is, I'm trying to find it, it's read only, and change it to true. And what that does is now I can't write anything in there, but this makes it uglier, it's like all grayish and stuff. So we go here on back color and change this to white. So now we can't write in there, and it's just like I'm like spamming my keyboard right now and I can't even write. Okay, now what we are going to add is 4 buttons, 4 radio buttons. So grab the radio buttons from here, from the command controls, and let's place them right here. 1, copy and paste it. 2, copy and paste. 3, and radio button 4. And because I want them like centered, I'm going to place them around here. And the last thing, it's a button. Just grab it and place it right here and over there. Make it a little bit bigger, and let's make this a little bit smaller because we don't need that extra space. Now that we have this, we need to edit the button's text. And the first one, it's a plus because this is the plus sign. This is the subtract, so minus. This is the multiplying, so star. And the dividing, like slash, I guess. And the button, we change the text to total or calculate. Calculate. Very easy. And let's grab them and place them more in the middle, I guess, like this. And now it comes the part where we need to change the names of this so we can actually get the coding for that. So just click on the first text box, and you will, if you scroll down here in the properties, you will see in the design the name. And I don't want it to be text box 1. I want it to be called txt underscore number 1. And the second one, txt underscore number 2. So once in the code I write txt number 1, I know that it's referring to the first number, the first text box. And the total I can just change it to txt underscore total. Now the radio buttons. The first one, we're gonna change it to RB, which stands for radio button, and plus. The second one, RB underscore minus. The third one, which is the multiplying button, RB mult. I don't know, I'm just trying to abbreviate everything. And the fourth one, RB div. Now all we have to do is grab the calculator button and write in the name btn, which stands for button, and calc. And the design part of this is done. And let's just right click on the form and go view code, and there's a bike outside my house making a lot of noise. So I guess the design is ready. We can move on to the code, but I'm running out of time, so the code has to stay for another tutorial. So in the next tutorial we are going to do the code for this to work properly. So until there guys, I hope you enjoyed these tutorials, and peace out.